is going on, guys? Today we're going to be looking at Fekir, Futmas, 86 rated, and to be honest, I just think EA are absolutely mugging us off for some reason. So we have got Fekir and Douglas Costa today. Two okay cards, like they're not terrible cards, but an 87 rated team for an 87 rated Fekir. I don't quite understand the logic behind that. Personally, already, this SBC is just not for me. For an 87 rated team, you're looking at a good 160, I want to say. Well, if an 86 rated team was 120, you add the 87 onto it, and you are looking at 160 to 180, depending on when you get it. I personally just don't think that's even entirely worth it. Douglas Costa is practically the same. And I think this year they have really let themselves down for Futmas. I think last year especially was actually quite a nice Futmas. So to go from that now to this, I personally I'm annoyed that they have made Futmas like this. But we are going to review him anyway. For the people that want to do him, or maybe he's the perfect card for them, I don't know. For me, I definitely wouldn't. I would just stay away from it, to be honest with you. But we've got him in the team. As you can see, a few more improvements from the last time you saw my team. We've managed to go and pick up 86 De Jong. Really rate this Team of the Year design. And then we did go ahead and pack Team of the Year Alisson as well. And in general, he is fantastic. Really good keeper. But it is mainly about Fekir today. He's a 3-star weak foot with a 4-star skill move. So the weak foot, yeah, it's a negative. Skill moves is decent. Left-footed, 5'8". Pretty okay stats, to be honest. As a cam goes, obviously you whack a little bit of pace and shooting on him. Passing wise, it's fine. Dribbling's actually really nice with a good composure, decent balance. I can't argue with the stats of the card. The stats of the card is nice. It's just the fact that the SBC costs 180k for that. He has got an 86 version that is a right mid. He's currently going for 20 to 25k as an 86 right mid. Again, I do understand that this is a cam card and they are more wanted. This guy's got CR7, Balotelli, Mbappe. This is going to be a good game. But anyway, yeah, like I say, the 86, I understand it's a right mid, and this one's a cam, and it's more desired to be a cam, and I completely agree with that. But for 180k, you can get a hell of a lot of players. You could even get a few icons in your team for that 180k. I know there's a couple definitely at that sort of price. And then there's some informs, there's some team of the group stages, plenty of specials with that sort of price tag on it. And whether you'd want to do it all in one Futmas, for me, I would kind of beg to differ with it. I think personally, it's just not worth it. But we are going to have a look at him and see how he goes in these two games and see if we can bag the winner. Personally, I think the loan card's definitely worth doing because there is obviously the foot gathering objective. That's what I wanted to say. So you can do that with the loans. Personally, I've done one game so far with 4 of them. So definitely get onto that. Here we go. We're going to tackle him back. Oh, he's got the ball back. Oh, damn. Ronaldo again, it easy passed me. I thought he was actually going to pass it. I'm so used to, I'm in like the foot champs mode, so I'm kind of used to full on sweat, and when they don't pass it like that, kind of throws me off a little bit. Again, I've let him go through. Alisson making a fantastic save there. We will be reviewing Alisson as well at some point, so stay tuned for that. There's Team of the Years coming out, and a nice video with a full Team of the Year squad as well, so definitely stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe him. Fekir. Lovely pass. Mbappe is going to go on the run, but Tagliafico's said no. Honestly, the standard of this guy, if he scores one more, I'm going to leave because he's very good. I'm breaking down his attack, but when it comes to... Well, he's... Okay, now he's probably going into like some sort of team press because he knows he's probably one away from doing it, and he's very good in general. Ronaldo's pretty much his go-to man in everything. And to be honest, I'm just not being able to break him down. I think I'm all proper sweated out up. I kind of just want to have some fun, but he's obviously dropped back in all of the whole 9. And to be honest, that is what this FIFA has become, to be honest with you. And I'm making stupid passes as well. Probably one of the only shots that I've had so far for Fekir. To be honest, I wanted to go for Messi as well. I just don't think it picked up on where I was actually pointing. But this match has been absolutely shocking. So to be honest, just as a recap for obviously this first match, Fekir's not been bad. To be honest, I don't think he's actually lost the ball without making like a stupid mistake. But it's stuff like that. Oh, is that a free kick or is that a foul? How? But anyway, yeah, Fekir's been all right. Personally, I did like his normal card. Quite a lot actually, because I think he's got the well-rounded stats to be a cam. I think personally, if you were gonna make him your sole cam, for me, I personally want a little bit higher rated, purely for the fact that obviously you can get. Oh, okay, I didn't see that coming. You can get obviously quite a few other players that play that cam role that little bit better for me. Obviously, it is ruined for me because Zidane is probably one of the best players I've played with in that cam role so far. And Messi nearly making that header. So for me, I'm kind of ruined when it comes to cam rolls, because for me Zidane is always going to be that cam unless I get someone stupid. But I thought, you know what, we'll give him a go anyway. See if that 180 is actually worth this SBC. See if the player is somewhat decent and will end up in a Foot Champs team. So far, I wouldn't put him in my Foot Champs team. But we'll see how the next match goes, because I can imagine this one's probably going to be a whitewash now at some point. I just can't get past him. He's managing to defend really well. And that's just a poor shot, to be honest. Yeah, no, he's defending really well, and I think he's played the perfect game plan against me. I can't break him down. There's no point really trying too hard, because there's just no point in rivals. There's no massive reward in rivals for me. So we will see if we can kind of clutch a goal out maybe, but at the minute it's not looking fantastic. Okay, we've managed to get one. Lucky for a sweat and a kind of rebounded shot off his leg. De Jong getting his goal for me. De Jong's been fantastic in general. Since I picked up his 86, I felt like he's definitely getting in there more, really showing off a good streak. And plus, the Team of the Year nominee cards at the minute are my favourite. So hopefully they kind of make, instead of the gold background, it's like a dark blue. That for me will be a fantastic card for Team of the Year. Messi. Mbappe, that's a beautiful assist from Fekir as well. Really nice layoff, and that's what I like him for. He may not be the most amazing goal scorer or the most incredible playmaker, that kind of flair, but he has got a lovely pass, a nice kind of centre of gravity balance. And you see, this is going to be another kick. If he scores this, okay, it's another kick-off goal, and EA say it is not scripted. And that's what I like him for, the kind of assist making that he does. He's really good at it. I think his passing is absolutely solid. And especially for an 87 card, he does do it really well. Obviously, it's just a little bit harder when you're going for them, that fancy play, that kind of person who's going to as well do the difference in playing with the ball and really dribbling with it. That for me is not what Fekir is. He's more literally just pass, basic, not too difficult, not too challenging passing, more than actually the flair, the 5-star skill moves, all of that good stuff. Neymar, oi, flick it, Neymar, Messi, come on. So going into the second match, that first match, to be honest, he played really well to start with. He then crumbled in the second half and then resorted to obviously time wasting from the 80th minute, passing it round the back, then going into the corner. You can't help it. It's frustrating, and obviously we know it. And to be honest, in Foot Champs, I can understand. I probably will do it as well. In Foot Champs, it means everything. I will time waste in Foot Champs. When it comes to rivals, it's not that deep. It really is not that deep. Personally, if I'm beating you in rivals, I'm going to beat you really hard. I don't want to win 2-1, 3-2, and then say, oh yeah, I got the victory in the 80th. I want to beat you 6-7-0. So it's a moral victory knowing that he had to actually time waste to be able to do that. But we'll hopefully get something better in this game. Again, his team looked relatively similar to normal. Obviously, the standard players, you got someone different, Fabinho, obviously because he's got him in a red pick. But you've got your Hazards, you've got your... who else we got? Lucas Moura? Okay, he's someone different. We got Sissoko. Actually, never really tried him as much. I was kind of hoping that he'd get a special card by now. But with Tottenham's kind of... Oh no, he's gone past me. Tottenham's kind of lack of form at the minute has kind of rendered them unusable to get a to get an inform. But you see the same sort of teams kind of every single match almost now, and I've noticed it. People have got very similar teams to me, the meta, and I can completely agree with that. That's a great... Oh, he's got Rio as well, so obviously we know where his foot swaps has gone. I think, yeah, I saw St. Maximum in the middle. For some reason, as a centre mid, I'm guessing he swaps him out and he moves someone across. De Jong doing work. Let's get it into Mbappe's feet. We see Fekir goes past Rio, left foot. What? Oh no. Oi, Rio. How did he get him on the line? Like, I know his keeper came out, but why did he stay on the line when his keeper went back in the net? Is that like a second delay or something like that? There's a lovely ball roll. There we go. Semedo. Okay, Semedo's not tackled him. He's going for the dupes and turns. Is he offside? Yeah. So obviously I feel like this guy probably not as sweaty as the other guy. His team is relatively relaxed for a FUT Champs. Obviously we do see, like I say, the teams in and out. You see the Neymars, the Mbappes, the Messis, and then you get teams like this that necessarily have got the kind of meta players, but the lower tiered. I think he did have road to the final Militao though. He looks a really nice one. Obviously, if Real Madrid manage to go quite far, he's going to be an insane player in that, and he's going to go to a really nice rating once obviously the Champions League is done in May or June. But obviously quite a while away. He could still go pretty high up in the meantime. Being, I think he's in 86. Roberto Carlos is going to get that. Fekir time. There we go. Keep it moving up, Fekir. Oh, he's just got a leg onto that. Wan-Bissaka as well. I do want to try his 82 out because personally he looks absolutely nuts. I've not seen too many people play with him, but he does look a good card in general. Mbappe's going to get this. Can we get it across to Fekir? No, we cannot. But we nearly got the ball back from him there. I feel like he is very kind of slow on the reactions a little bit. He's going for that through ball. That's what he's looking for all the time. If not, he's always cutting into the middle. You can see he always will come back. He won't really... There he is. Look, that's a great save, Alisson. Pick it out of the air. Let's go down here for Neymar. Back to Fekir. Let's see what Fekir can do. Cheeky 1-2 with Neymar. That's what I like to see. Fekir on his left. We're seeing someone in the middle, are we? Going to dink it anyway. Messi. Oh, Messi gets the head. How Messi does it on this, I don't know if they've literally just broken him to the point that he will win headers no matter who you're against. But like, he went against someone who is literally, what, 5 inches taller than him and still manages to get that standing head off. We're going to watch this. Van Dijk, beautiful tackle. Back to Fekir. Cheeky little fake shot. He's going to lose that though. See, his balance is like 90 something, and yet I'm finding half the time he's stumbling over with these challenges. Oh, he's done me there. Oh, that would have been a fantastic goal. Oh, he's done me there. Oh, I thought he'd cut back, to be honest. If he carried on running then instead of shooting, he'd actually beat me because I was going for the other side. I thought he was going to curl it round. He's getting on there, to be honest. He's managing to close me down quite quickly, I'm noticing, so I'm trying to kind of keep the possession a little bit more. I think he is playing a constant pressure to an extent, or he may just be manually very aggressive when it goes to actually attacking or defending, in fact. And he's getting the through balls. He's kind of just making sure he has that Y already pre-equipped every time he gets the ball. Managing to get some very lucky blocks here. Let's see if we go for a long one. Wait, is he going to head that? He's going to head that. Oh, but Fekir runs straight under it, unfortunately. You can almost guarantee where he's going every time, and it's so difficult to tackle. Like, they don't seem to go in the right areas. Here we go. There we go. Too easy. And that's the problem. That is how easy this game is. I hope he's not quitting after this, because he's actually been a really good opponent. 1 goal is definitely not enough to consider this a loss for him. And he's gone. 1-0. Easy as you like it. Fekir made quite a lot of decent opportunities in that as well. I felt like keeping the ball quite well. There was that one chance where he did lose his balance very easily, it seemed. But Overall, I was quite happy with his performances in the 2 matches. Not the most influential player in the game for me. I think there is plenty of cams out there that definitely can do better. And personally, for 180k, I just wouldn't like to say go and do it. I think it's an absolute robbery when it comes to it. And I think what they're doing with that, I don't like it. I just think it's unfair. I don't think Christmas is about this personally, or let's say Futmas. I feel like they actually did relatively decent last year and the year before. The lower tier, the medium tier, the high tier of SBCs, I completely appreciate that. But when it's 2 expensive players day in, day out, I just think they're losing the meaning of Futmas. It's the time for giving, it's the time for players. The only player predominantly worth it is these 2. Getting the objective players because they're free. That is the only reason why they are worth doing, is because they cannot put a monetary value on them cards. So definitely my advice would go and grind for them too. Go and get them. Don't bother doing any of these. I think personally Fekir as a player was good, not great, but 180k, I just wouldn't do it. I really wouldn't do it. You can go and pick up De Bruyne for that much, and I think he'd practically have the exact same player tradable, and probably gives you a better output, to be honest. So overall, Fekir, pace wise, obviously with a hunter would be actually quite nice, decent size when it comes to height. Obviously he's got his shooting, which with a hunter would be very nice. Passing wise is good enough. Dribbling is actually quite nice. Not the most. The agility, even though he's got good agility and everything like that, I just don't think he's very quick on the dribble. I feel like his kind of movements still can be a bit clunky compared to some of the real good dribblers. So for me, I think his dribbling is nice and high rated, but when it comes to actual dribbling, I think there is better out there. As for strength and stamina, they're both fine as well. I think the card is a nice card, but personally, I think EA have absolutely ruined him for 180k. Personally, if I was looking to do this SBC, I'm thinking you give up an 85 rated team, you probably, say 80k, and I think that card then becomes okay value. That's still pretty high, but it's acceptably high for me. I think 80k is definitely enough. Adding 100 onto that, personally, is just a no-go for me. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe if you are still here. Obviously we did have a bit of laptop trouble, so I didn't manage to do the 2 players yesterday, but I will be doing them today. Douglas Costa will hopefully come out tomorrow morning, and then we'll have the other 2 players. Plus we will start to do some different videos now I've managed to sort it out. Obviously I thought we weren't going to have an upload today, which I've not missed a day in FIFA 20, so I'm planning on not going to. Hopefully you enjoyed. Like I say, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.